I'm putting a second set of U-joints in this thing. I've had this on the road for, I don't know, it's been at least a year, maybe two. I got about 3,500 miles on it since I did the gears, so I figured I'd kind of do, a year later update. So these are the Spicer joints. Actually, these are the second set. I'm replacing them again. So these Spicer joints are nice, but since they're not greasable, you get dirt and mud down inside there, and it just wears them out. So at least with a greasable joint, you can kind of push the dirt out. So that's what I'm replacing these with. There's going to be a bunch of people say, "Oh, you're an idiot. Greasable joints are weaker." Well, these things are cross-drilled all the way through. The only difference is that there's a grease fitting in one of the caps, so it's not like it's a huge difference. So we got snow coming up here, so I figured I'd go through and do a little bit of maintenance on this, kind of grease everything up and check for damages. So since the last video, I guess, on this, did the flange conversion, got a new Adams drive shaft on there, built a little skid protection there. We got the skid plate on there. The Mevotech ball joints have held up. I grease these every time I go out. None of these welds are fractured in here. The 1-ton tie rod ends from Barnes, there's no slop in there. It's still tighter than it was, as tight as it was the day I got it. There's no play in that. Now the Heim joints are sloppy and annoying, as you can tell. So this one has offsets on the center link and straights on the drag link. So nothing of importance to report here. Everything is still good on this side. Now that's the U-joint that I replaced on this side. I ended up just putting a Master Pro one in there because I was going wheeling and needed to be done. So that's going to get replaced again whenever that needs it. So yeah, the ball joints, the Mevotech, these are the Terrain Tough, all still good there. Since I don't have shields on my brakes, they get rusty, which is kind of annoying. It sounds like a whale when you first start going down the road. But yeah, I mean, everything's still good. Got a little lip starting to develop on the rotors. That's just from all the crust and erosion, the condensation and rust and stuff kind of eating into it. Haven't died yet because of the wheel spacers. That was something else that somebody had suggested that I was going to die from that, but here we are. My isolators are starting to wear out, and also the coils rub on that little shaft there, which is kind of annoying. That's going to have to be addressed, but that's summertime. Still got the this thing, whatever this is, the box thing. All this is still good. You can see my cross member here is taking some good wax. Got some good wax on here. My open road, off-road winch failed, so I had to replace that. That's a whole nother story. But we still got the 30 pass Hayden cooler in there and the oil cooler. And this thing, even normal driving, it'll stay about 190 degrees right where it's supposed to be. And the trans temp usually stays around 160, unless I'm just kind of, slow cruising on trails. But, the wintertime, it's totally different. In the summertime, it was getting up to about 180, which is not a huge deal. I need to get in here and pressure wash this and clean it out. It's a new condenser. Let's see, what else? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that actually explains a lot. Yeah, I got a little reverse skid there. Got the hack and tap. All that stuff is still tight up in there. That was another thing that people said that I was an idiot for, but there it is. Adams drive shaft in the rear. The yoke protector. This thing has taken some jolly good wax. Not a huge problem there, but not really sure what's going on with this. We'll have to look into that. That's sort of unusual. Yeah, all the ballistic joints are still good. Everything back here is still all good. I need to change the direction of this exhaust so it doesn't just blow down. It needs to come all the way out. So that's on the list to do. Yeah, I mean, everything is still hanging in there. I need to, one thing I didn't do was, this was the original vent. I had to plug that up, so I need to put a vent in this. Now this right here I put in, it's a temp sensor, but the cinder was actually hitting the fuel tank. And you can see that there, so I had to remove that. Not a huge deal, but something to address down the road. But, you know, nothing else is broken, you know, knock on wood. But yeah, I figured just a quick little 1 year update. My tire carrier still attached. I want to put a winch in here at some point. That's definitely on the list of things that's going to happen, but down the road. So yeah, good stuff.